Sophie, I'm going to say it straight away. Leeds United have to go up this season.
Oh, you put the pressure on them already.
They have to.
Yeah. What, top 2 or just anywhere?
Anyway, promotion, they need it.
Yeah, I don't think they'd like the playoffs again, to be honest.
Welcome back to yet another video, guys. Today, myself and Sophie are talking some Leeds United. Before we get into the video, guys, just quickly drop a like. We'll go for 900. Make sure you are subscribed if you've not already. It takes 2 seconds, and 68% of you are not subscribed, so get involved. And Sophie, let's talk some Leeds United. Give me one word to describe how Leeds should be feeling coming into this season.
I'm going to go pressure. I think the pressure is on. They need to get out of this league now. Otherwise, I think you almost risk stagnating then in the same league. We said it in our Birmingham City video. They need to get out of League One at first, asking if they can. Leeds now, they've had a season. Okay, you get to grips with the Championship, missed out via the playoffs, but automatics or up through the playoffs again for me.
Absolutely. Now, we all know that Leeds United are a massive club. Love them or hate them, they are big. You have to admit that. But football is not dictated by the size of club. Otherwise, you wouldn't have Leeds and Sunderland and Sheffield Wednesday in the Championship. You wouldn't have the likes of Bradford City in League Two. Leeds United have to earn their place back in the Premier League, and to a degree, they were a bit unfortunate last season.
They were.
They came down in 2023. Let's just quickly mention last season. Daniel Farke, an experienced manager at this level. They got off to a slow start, and that is going to be crucial when we come on to that in a minute. In the end, 90 points, which is usually enough to get you up. It wasn't in typical Leeds United fashion, and they finished behind Ipswich and Leicester. Never mind, they were in the playoffs, another opportunity to go up, and in Leeds United fashion, they lost in the final, Sophie. So they stay in the Championship. You look at the odds for the upcoming season, they are the favourites, and that is despite 3 teams that have just come down from the Premier League in Sheffield United, Burnley and Luton. Now, those 3 teams, I do expect them to be up there, but I don't think this Championship is as strong on average compared to last season's.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. I think last season's Championship was ridiculously strong. As you said, 90 points usually, that's enough. That's a good points tally, but it wasn't. You finished 3rd, which just shows how well Leicester and Ipswich did in the end. So I think this season, not taking anything away from the relegated teams because they are very strong, and I do expect them to be up there, but it should be an easier season. If Leeds get 90 points again, I think this season they'd do it. Yeah,
I've said that before, so I do agree with that. I think 90 points, and you'd be unlucky to not go up 2 years in a row. Yeah. Let's talk about parachute payments, Sophie. So for a team that's been in the Premier League for more than 1 season, they get 3 years of parachute payments. Now, Leeds are coming into their 2nd season, so technically they might not go up this year and go up next year, but I think this season is the opportunity to really do it. I think next year could be as strong as last year if Ipswich and Leicester and those come back down again, if you see what I mean. So, massive opportunity, and although they are a massive club and they are going to be so financially strong in this league, even if parachute payments run out, I feel like they've got to take advantage of it. You know, Leeds they've got to get out of this league, you know, they have to.
They do, otherwise I think some more of their key players will jump ship. Yeah. Because they'll only stick around for so long. If you don't do it again at the 2nd chance of asking, they will go. We've seen it. You see it in all teams. It wouldn't just be Leeds. But yeah, players, they want to play at the top league. And you can't blame them. Obviously, everyone wants to be there. But if you're not going to do it and it isn't looking too likely at doing it, the players are going to go.
Yes. Now, a lot of Championship clubs that don't have parachute payments envy the ones that do, because, for example, Leicester, Southampton both went up last year. The season before, Burnley and Sheffield United both went back up, so they do tend to dominate. But when it works the other way, you get your Stoke Cities, you get your Swanseas, you get your Cardiffs, you get your Norwich and West Brom and Watford, who have all come down and now ran out of parachute payments. And I'm not saying they're stuck forever, but they've become stuck a bit, haven't they, those clubs? Yeah,
I'd say those kind of clubs now, you wouldn't even have them in the mix at all for the automatics. No. You'd say maybe some of them could reach the playoffs, I think that'd be fair, but yeah, then you start looking at other teams and think they look a lot stronger. And then some of their squads have ageing players on a hell of a lot of money, and you think, well, that's not really the way to go, but it just depends how a club's run.
Yes. Okay, let's start talking about the players and what to expect from Leeds United in the upcoming season. When they didn't go up, a lot of the talk was they're going to lose everyone, they can't afford all these great players, they don't all want to play in the Championship. Well, they have lost a few players. We've seen Luke Ayling, Mark Rocker and Llorente going out the door, and of course Archie Gray must be mentioned. In terms of incomings, we've seen Joe Rodon on an undisclosed fee deal from Tottenham and Alex Cairns on an undisclosed fee deal from Salford City. Now, they still do have a lot of their key players in the likes of John Perreault, Ethan Ampadu, Somerville and Nonto, but a couple of those are being linked at moving away, which is natural, but the more they can hang on to, the better chance they've got. Or if they do lose one or two, it's about getting good replacements in.
And getting good money so they can afford good replacements.
Exactly, exactly. I do feel like being stuck in the Championship gives you less bargaining power, because those players probably do want to play at a higher level, which might bring the value of the transfer down maybe. But yeah, their business is not done yet. They've still got a couple of weeks to go, but I still look at that squad, with the manager being Daniel Farke, and I think they've got to be the favourites.
Yeah.
That's not to say they'll definitely do it, but they've got to be the favourites.
Oh yeah, you can be the favourites and have a terrible season. I don't really look too much at the bookies' odds. I look more at what kind of business they're doing. If they can keep hold of some of those players you've mentioned, I think they'll have another good season. Add in a couple more players. I mean, they got decent money for Archie Gray. He was a young lad. I can see why he wanted to move away and play in the Prem at a young age. But yeah, if they can keep turning out academy players like that, they'll be just fine. Whether that's playing or selling, they'll be fine financially and in the way they play. So I would expect a few more signings from them. And if they can keep hold of some of their really good players like Somerville and Nonto, as you said, then I think they'll be very good going forward. And yeah, I like some of their players a little bit further back. Yeah,
it's interesting, isn't it? I do think when you look at the fixtures for the opening day, Leeds playing Portsmouth does catch my eye. What a game that could be.
Yeah.
I think it's so important Leeds United get off to a good start.
Yeah.
It cost them last year. You know, they were always playing catch-up with Ipswich and Leicester. And even if you do catch up, you're then not allowed any margin for error, because then they start going ahead again. So yeah, Leeds United do need to shake off that bottlers title that some people like to put on them. I don't think they are. I thought they were very good and very unlucky last year. And the final thing I will say is, maybe it's just natural that this happens, but teams raise their game when it's Leeds United. When Leeds are in town, you know, they're a massive club. So many rivalries, whether it's Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United, Hull City and Middlesbrough don't like them, Millwall don't like them. Lots of people don't like them.
Well, they're not very well liked, are they?
But they're like Marmite. I do like them.
Yeah, you either love them or you hate them. When you're coming up against them as an opposition, obviously you're not going to like them. But
no, exactly. No, I like them, I respect them, but when Coventry play them, I want Coventry to beat them,
Of course, yeah. And it does taste that little bit sweeter when you're beating those bigger teams. Like when we beat Leeds last season, it was like, whoa, honestly, what a performance that was.
Yeah, and that 1-1 draw we got at Ellen Road last year,
the way we had to fight for that.
Yeah, we had to scrap for a draw. But honestly, I'm looking forward to going to Ellen Road again next year. Already probably my favourite Championship ground. Their fans were so good.
They were very good.
And they could play a massive role in this upcoming season. Leeds fans, share your thoughts. Are you going to get promoted? Do you need to get promoted? Let us know down below. Even if you're not a Leeds United fan watching this video, feel free to share your thoughts as well. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace out.